So I am attempting to reset my sleep schedule. Hello there. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Julie, and this is my journal. Specifically, had some coffee and it was delicious, but left this weird kind of thing in my mouth. I think it was because the peppermint. Anyhow, this is my health journal where I document kind of my journey, what's going on in this wacky, crazy body of mine, and what we're doing about it and with it. And the main thing, well, there's a lot of things going on, but one thing that I'm doing is resetting my sleep schedule, trying to get to bed early and get up early. I am not a morning person and have not been a morning person for at least a decade, probably longer, 2 decades maybe. But it is what I need to do right now in my life for various things, to get up and do my daily physical therapy, which I am recommitted to and dedicated to because my body needs it desperately. I'm still seeing the pelvic floor physical therapist, and it helps so much. But in order to have long-term positive results, I have got to be doing the physical therapy every day. And so it's not just to get up and do the physical therapy, it's also to sometimes get up and go do dumpster diving. That's what I do on our main channel, The Frugal Family. It's kind of the bread and butter content over there. So in order to do those two things without interfering in like my family life or just my daytime life, other things that I'm doing, and to be on a more like consistent schedule that I feel will become a habit, getting up early and doing that, I think is the way to go. It's the way to do it. And that's what my pelvic floor physical therapist, who is wonderful, she's so fabulous. That's what her and I, kind of the deal that we made. It's nice to have someone to be held accountable to, for sure. So what else? Let's see. So working on that. This is day 2. And well, yesterday was kind of a sort of day. I got up at 6:30 when normally I get up at like 8:30 or 9. Like I wake the kids up at 6, but then I go back to sleep. Well, this time I got up at 6:30 and stayed up. And then this morning got up at 5 and stayed up. And now at 12:23, I am wiped out. I am so tired, even having had a Diet Coke and a coffee. So it's going to take some time. It's going to take some adjusting, but I'm not giving up. I'm keeping at it. What else is going on? Let's see. So I had an appointment this morning with the spine people, and we were set up now, like, to schedule the spinal nerve ablation. I'm just waiting now for them to call me to schedule it. It's highly unlikely, unfortunately, that we'll be able to get it done this month. So by the end of the year, not likely. And also, come to find out, it's 2 sessions. So it's 2 different procedures. They do one side of the spine, then 2 weeks later, they can do the other side of the spine. I didn't realize that, and that kind of sucks. It's 2 recovery periods. It's 2 situations, 2, God, what is it called? Where they put you under. Seriously, my brain. What is the word? Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, sedate. They sedate you. So you got to go under twice. Luckily though, it's not like all the way under where they have to put a tube down your throat to breathe for you. It's not like full sedation. So that's good. It's like twilight sedation, which hallelujah for that. But still having to do it twice and be on, have those drugs go through your body twice, I'm not thrilled about, but that's the way they do it. So let's see. So I've just got to plan my life around it, got to plan for it. Tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, I'm getting this elbow needled again, the wet needling with ultrasound with my sports medicine doctor. And I had hoped to not have to do that again till January, but with all the projects and crafting and now, dumpster diving regularly again and just living, being a housewife, being a mom, the elbow is screaming at me. It's just like the right elbow has bothered me a little bit, but where we've gotten it to maintenance phase, like it bothers me here and there, but it doesn't get unbearable. Whereas this one gets unbearable, and Mama does not want to have to take pain medicine. I have it available for breakthrough pain where it's just too damn much for either the elbows or my spine or whatever. But I do not want to take it. You guys know I'm not into that. No disrespect to anyone who does need pain medicine to just survive and function. I understand that so much more than I want to. But I also have like major extreme digestive issues. And so taking any kind of medication like opioids that further slow down and mess up my digestive system, no. So I had hoped to not do this again till next month, but that's just, unfortunately, this is where we're at. So I'm trying to get everything planned around doing that, because it will be like at least a week-long recovery. Like last time I got it done, I felt pretty good after like 2 days, but then I started jumping in, getting way too confident, and definitely did too much too soon. I had it in my head that like, well, because I'm not on pain medicine, I can just fully function and go to it. And that's not smart, not wise. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily mess up the results of the procedure. It slows it down. And that's just ridiculous. I can't keep doing that. So I am giving myself a week where I'll have it in a sling. I'm trying so hard to commit to that. And I know after a couple days, I'm going to be like, oh, come on, I'll check back in with you to be accountable on that. But it's hard during, Vlogmas, which we're doing on our family vlog channel, which is called Frugal Family Flies Again, doing a family related video of some kind, short videos and long form videos every day in December. Frugal Family Flies Again. So I need to get enough videos done to not have to do anything but editing, during the convalescence, if you will. But we also have family festivities. Like this Saturday, we have a whole day family thing planned. That sucks. Like we're doing gingerbread houses, making ornaments, decorating cookies, having a movie night. Like we're doing everything. It is literally from like 10 a.m. till, party till you drop kind of a thing with my extended family. How are we going to do that? I don't know because I haven't even packed for it yet. Because, got to bring crafting supplies and cookie decorating supplies and, frosting and all that stuff. And haven't planned for it at all. So that kind of sucks. I have my kids to help me, of course, and I will utilize them. And my right arm and hand will be available, of course. But I do wish that somehow, magically, I had an extra 24 hours every day and had prepared more for that ahead of time, but that's not been the case. I did go to my pelvic floor physical therapy yesterday, and unfortunately, I hadn't seen her in like 2.5 weeks, and that was because I was waiting on getting the second round of test injections for the spinal ablation, and I didn't want to be doing too many things with my body at one time. Well, that was a mistake because it took forever for them to schedule me for the test injections. And with the traveling for Thanksgiving and just everything, oh my God, my tailbone screaming, keeping me up at night. Like, it was awful. It was awful. So any confidence that I had that, I'm all better, no, that's gone. Absolutely gone. Am I improved? Yes. But am I where I need to be? No. And a huge part of that, here's some accountability. A huge part of that is that I have not been nearly dedicated enough in my daily physical therapy. It's a huge part of it. The internal manipulation of the tailbone and of the muscles and stuff is absolutely crucial at this part, this beginning part of my journey. But the the physical therapy is huge. The nerve ablation will also help, but it really does come down to lots of stretching, getting all those muscles stretched out, and then strengthening them to help support them the way that they need. And so that is part of, like, a huge part of why I'm resetting my sleep schedule, getting up and doing the physical therapy every morning, so that we can get on top of this and not get to where, oh God, I haven't, seen my physical therapist in 2 weeks. I feel like I'm going to die. This is awful. I'm going to have to be back on pain meds, blah, blah, blah. I don't want it to be like that. And she has promised me, and they don't promise stuff, very often, because it's just not wise to make promises. Sorry, I got to rest you guys right here. I should have just set up the tripod. You know what? I'm going to set up the tripod. Look at me making wise choices. Doing stuff that makes sense. Anyhow, so, what the hell was I even saying? I think I was talking about the physical therapy. Oh, she promised me that we will get to a point where I maybe won't even need her at all anymore. And those adjustments that she's gonna, that she helps with. I'll be happy if we can just get to where I only have to see her once or twice a year, but she said we will get to a point where I don't need to see her at all. Now, I don't want to get my hopes up too high, because then what? If it something, whatever. You'll have to excuse the coughing and all this and the mess behind me. I'm in the middle of so many projects, mostly for Vlogmas. I missed my reorder of my Xolair monthly injection, which is an immunosuppressant because of my insane elevated immunoresponse of my body, and it affects my allergies. And so I broke out in hives the other day, which I haven't in months. That sucked. And you'll hear a lot of this. That's just my body doing wacky stuff. So pardon me. But the injections are arriving tomorrow. Yay! So I will be able to do that tomorrow and, get this back on track. Hopefully it won't take long for things to settle down and get back to where they should be, or where we want them to be. Anyhow, so yeah, we did physical therapy yesterday. It was quite painful. It almost felt like we were back to square one, It wasn't quite as bad as square one. Like I said, there's still progress that exists, but we definitely regressed. But a huge part of that is not having been doing enough and regularly enough my physical therapy, which we're doing. We're doing it. Let's see. Oh, I've lost some more weight. Woohoo! I'm gonna have to buy some new pants soon. Slowly but surely, we're averaging like 1.5 to 2 pounds a week-ish, which is slow, but it's the recommended amount and time frame for weight loss if you want to keep the weight off. So feeling good about that. What else? Oh, I was struggling a little bit with like my digestive system, as I often do, and it was just getting really slow and really uncomfortable. And I read somewhere, this is not medical advice, I'm just telling you what I found and what worked for me and my body. But I found read it somewhere, that ginger root supplement could help with digestion. And come to find out, I had already bought some. So maybe I had read that somewhere else before and just forgot. I don't know. But I found that I had some and started taking a couple of those every day. And guess what? Things are working. Things are working, in there and out of there. So, not a doctor. Always talk to your doctor first before starting any new supplements or medications or whatever. But just keep that logged away somewhere, that for the frugal mama, Julie, that's me, ginger root was very helpful in getting my digestive system on the regular again. So grateful for that. Oh, I am able to do so much more than I have been in a long ass time. So long. For instance, yesterday I was up and down the ladder into the attic like five times. That was amazing. That was amazing. We're making progress. Like slowly but surely, we are coming out of that dark, grim place where I was stuck for a few years, you know, with the foot reconstruction, the second half of my hysterectomy, the exploratory surgery throughout my guts to remove all that endometriosis that we didn't know was there. Just like all that. And then like my kids having issue after issue and medical situations and whatever, these things that all happened within a span of like 4 years where it was just one fresh hell after another. Hallelujah, so grateful. We got through it. Everyone's doing really well now. And this body is progressing in leaps and bounds, as is my mental state, absolutely improving. I still am dealing with some social anxiety and going out of the house. Every little, especially when with the weather changing, like this morning, at the spine doctor people, it had, hold on, let me do this. It had gotten icy and they had salted, but still there was one little spot where it was slick and I couldn't breathe. I hit that little slick spot for half a second, a millisecond, and I kept walking. I did not slip. I did not fall, but there was just a little slippage of my foot. And I could not breathe. I could not breathe. For those who might be new to my story, a couple of years ago, I was gardening, wearing Crocs, walking on rocks. The one slipped out from under my foot, and my right foot came all the way up and touched the inside of my leg. It was misdiagnosed for 6 months as just a bad sprain, but the reality was it had broken both sides of my foot. And by the time I got to a good foot doctor, hey, Dr. Stoddard, he saved me. He really did. He not only saved my foot, he saved me. So anyway, by the time I got to him, it was bad. It was real bad. By the time we got into surgery, he found that there was a chunk of my foot that was necrotic. He said it was like marshmallow. And so my foot had to be rebuilt, and it was horrific, traumatic, soul destroying, very detrimental to my family, to our family life, to our family mental health and well-being. It was, yeah. And a year-long recovery. And I think it ended up being like 8 months of physical therapy and all of that shit. Like, oh my God. So that was rough. That was really rough. And in the midst of that, boom, 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 several other things happened. Like 6 weeks after my foot surgery, my son had foot surgery for what we thought was a cyst on his ankle. Turned out to be a tumor. Like, anyway, there were a lot of things. Then my oldest daughter struggled with a lot of stuff and was in the hospital all the time. And, it was just all of that in this span of like 4 years that I feel like kind of not put our life on hold, but in a way, it kind of did. It put us into, sorry, I'm turning this. I have on the TV my Yule log with Christmas music. It put us into a survival state that was very unpleasant, where it was just a matter of survival and getting through and staying alive, all of us staying alive, and it took a lot out of all of us. And it honestly felt like our lives were on hold, or at the very least stunted, my life on YouTube, especially on the main channel, crazy stunted, way stunted, because I couldn't do what needed doing. And it was hard. God, it was so hard. P.S. to all those viewers, especially over on the main channel, that stuck with me, that stuck with us through all that, you're the real ones. So thank you very much. Anyway, it feels now like we're coming out of it. And yes, I still have some social anxiety and anxiety of being outside. I still have that, but the thing is, like, the slip and fall, the potential for another physical disaster is just part of my daily life. Because if I'm not watching where I'm walking, the kids might have left something, the cat might be there or have left something, and I could slip, trip, fall, whatever. And so that's with me all the time. All the time. I have had therapy for it and it helped, but it's still there. And it'll probably be there forever to some extent. And then going outside, I mean, we had, COVID, and then all the school shootings, and then the health problems with my kids, and all of that really messed me up. I know a lot of people got messed up through all that. My own experience, I ended up with just severe social anxiety because just everything. And fear of being out and about and possibly getting hurt. And so anyway, all of that to say that I feel like we are really coming out of it physically and mentally. Like we're coming out of it. Things are improving. I am so much more physically able than I have been in years. The weight is coming off. Hallelujah. Within the next 2 weeks, we should be, oh my God, I'm scared to even say it out loud. I'm scared to say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it. I don't care. We're going to say it. Within the next couple weeks, we should be, if I stay on track, which I will, we should be back to pre-foot injury weight. Because with the foot injury and not being able to walk for over a year, with, I was on a wheelie scooter, and then eventually a boot and a scooter, and then a boot with crutches, and then a cane with a little shoe, and, all of that for so long. I gained, let me think, 34 pounds, I think. And I was already overweight when the foot thing happened. I had just started back to hiking and was working on weight loss and all of that. And then the foot thing happened, then forced menopause with the rest of my girl parts taken out, my ovaries and all that got taken out. I already had a partial hysterectomy where my uterus and cervix and that kind of stuff had already been taken a few years ago, several years ago. But anyway, forced menopause, which really changes you. It changes you. All of that stuff together, I think it was about 34 pounds. And we are so close. So close. Just got to stay on track. Stay on track. Stay on track. And, my Merry Christmas to me, my gift to myself and to my family and whatever, will be reaching that pre-injury weight. Yeah, pretty freaking excited about that. Really, God, really excited about that. So we're coming out of things. We're rising up like a fucking phoenix. We are This has been my journal. A little bit of update on all the, different things that are going on, health-wise, physically, mentally, emotionally, all that stuff. Kind of what we've got planned, quite a bit coming up. The elbow needling tomorrow. Physical therapy also tomorrow. So I'll have the needling. Things are going to be crazy. But I'll have the pelvic floor physical therapy in the morning. Or no. All the way around. I will have the ultrasound wet needling in my elbow in the morning, then the pelvic floor physical therapy in the late afternoon. Try to take a nap in between. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. Oh, it's going to be crazy. Going to get all that done and then wait for a phone call to schedule the actual nerve ablation. Well, part 1 of the nerve ablation. Whew. Yeah, it's exciting. It is exciting. Some of it's terrifying, nerve-wracking, all of those things, but we are making serious progress. Things are, I can say very honestly and well, just honestly, I don't need another word, accurately, my life is so much better than it was a year ago. To the Julie a year ago, thank you for continuing on when you didn't think you could. Thank you for not giving up so that I can be here today. Had a beautiful day with my oldest daughter. Went out for coffee. Enjoying Christmas with my family. Renewing friendships. Getting back to living. And moving and working and doing. And I know, Julie, a year ago, you did not think you could carry on. I know. And that sucked. And it was so fucking hard. I know. But thank you for doing it. For just sucking it up and doing it anyway. I know there was some rum involved. I even have some for emergencies right here. No, I'm not a lush. It's just there just in case I need it. Mostly medicinally. This is a little... Thank you, Julie, for doing it. For keeping on and carrying on when it seemed and felt impossible and horrible. And the future showed no promise. By keeping going and pushing for answers and pushing for treatment and fighting and researching and all of that. Now here we are today. Having answers, having a plan, working on it, improving. So thank you. And to all of you who have stuck with me, who have been my support system here, who have borne with, English major, who have stuck it out with me through all of it. Thank you. It means everything. It really, truly does. All right. There is your promised update and health journal. I've been Julie. You've been wonderful. I hope that whatever you're going through and the struggles you're having and not, feeling unheard and unseen and all those things, like you can't carry on. I hope that you will try, that you will do your very best to keep going, to find the answers that you need, to make life enjoyable again. I don't claim to have any answers for anyone's particular problems. I don't have that, unfortunately. But what I do have is love and compassion and lots of happy, warm, fuzzy thoughts that I can send to you. All right, that's what I've got. And now I got things to do because I have projects galore and a house to keep up, and I've done a lot of deep cleaning and need to maintain it. And so busy. I'm able to sweep. I've been doing sweeping, and it's been, I'm not going to be able to when we do the elbow, but I've been able to do a lot of it. It's been amazing. The little things that we just absolutely take for granted. Anyway, okay. We'll talk to you all real soon. Take care, be well, and bye-bye.